At some point, you have got to be thinking, how am I going to crush it in retirement, right? People are living longer, and yet people don't necessarily want to work more than 30 or 40 years. Today, I want to share with you why real estate is perfect for retirement. You've got all sorts of modalities and ways that you can plan for your retirement, but real estate may end up being the most realistic. And today, I'm going to share with you the 5 reasons why. When I was 22 years old, I became obsessed with retirement. And the biggest reason why is because I had a job that I didn't like, and what I wanted to do in college fell through. It wasn't going to work out. So I didn't really want to retire as in not work. What I really wanted was financial freedom. I wanted to do work, but the work I wanted to do, work that I would naturally love. My whole journey started when I attended this financial community class, and this guy had all this confidence about money. He was a guest lecturer. And afterwards, me and my wife approached him and said, "What do you do for a living?" And he said, "Well, I actually haven't worked in years." He said, "I actually just got back from an international trip with my family. We've been gone for years." And I said, "Humans have jobs and they got to work. How did you do that?" And he said, "Well, I invested in real estate and I have enough passive income that I don't need to work." And that was the moment I caught the bug. I learned that something was possible that I hadn't known before. And the solution to my problem was staring me right in the face. Now, today is about the 5 reasons why real estate is a perfect retirement tool, but I also want to tell you that it's really the 5 reasons why it's a perfect financial freedom tool, or anyone that values their time and wants to reclaim their life. So what I'm going to do here is I've got some cheat sheet notes, and you know it, pull out that journal, take some notes on this stuff. It'll help wire it in the brain, and I want to give you this active style for just the next couple of minutes here. Okay, the first one here is blank monthly income. You know, retirement is not about having a certain amount of money like we've been trained. Oh, save, 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 stockpile it away, build up that nest egg. You can't retire when you have a pile of money, you'll just eat it away. What you really need is money that can turn into a what monthly income? It's got to become a dependable. Dependable monthly income means that you can count on it and that it's going to show up month over month. And real estate, there's a variety of different ways of getting it to cash flow. Now, I'm not talking about rentals where those have low cash flows. I'm talking about multifamily that has a high cash on cash return, or doing something like my lease option system that has also a really high cash flow. Real estate can produce anywhere from a 6% to a 15% cash on cash return for the money that you put in. And that can become very, very dependable. You're right. I know that I've got some naysayers that are like, well, what if something breaks and what if there's a repair? Chill out. We got an account. We are going to take care of that. That's part of the plan. But outside of those expenses, yes, there is a dependable monthly income. So that's number 1. Number 2, for 5 reasons real estate is perfect retirement, is that you have total control. When you put your money in the stock market, how much control do you really have? You don't have any control over the stock market. No one can control it. You're basically saying, I'm hoping the odds are in my favor based on its track record. Now that's okay, but you need to understand that the stock market doesn't actually give you dividend returned income most of the time. In fact, usually it doesn't give you anything like that. Real estate, on the other hand, it's in your name. You own it. You can decide whether to refinance it, whether you want to sell it, whether you want to increase rents. You own it. So like you control what you do with it. That's pretty unique. Most investments, you lose that. Even if you put money in a REIT, a real estate investment trust, you don't have any control. You forfeited that control. Getting angry. Most people are forfeiting control with their investment choices. Number 3 is you also get to control something else. You know what that is? I love this one. It's timing. Let me take you back. So I meet this guy. His name was Ben. He had just, he had all this dividend income from his real estate. I actually did something kind of weird because I'm like that dog. I get a bone in my mouth and I can't let go of it. So I actually tracked down where he lived. I was that annoying person. I knocked on his door at like midnight. I'm like, can you help me invest in real estate? I mean, dude, I was young and dumb on multiple reasons and accounts. But anyway, I was ambitious, right? Like I was just like, there's got to be a solution to my financial problem. By the way, some of you are like that. You watch these videos and you track me down and you get my information. And whenever I get an email, whenever I get you reaching out to me, whenever you click the link and then request information from my team, I always say, attaboy. Dude, that's exactly how I was. And that's how I got where I am. It's because I said, I may not have had the most money or the biggest brains, but man, I have the ambition and the drive to just go for it. And many of you do have that. Some of you need help with that. That's okay. Once I had figured out that real estate could create this wealth, guess what? I put a game plan in motion and I got retired in 4.5 years. I created for myself really this financial freedom where I quit my job in a 4.5-year period of time. This idea of timing, dude, if you want, I can build you with my team a 30-year game plan, or I can build you a 5-year game plan, or I could even do something more aggressive. It doesn't come down to how much money you have. That can be a factor, but honestly, your energy and your commitment is the biggest and most important factor. It's the one thing that you don't have to buy. It's not a talent or a skill. It's not something that some have and some don't. It's a choice. You can choose whether you're simply motivated. And the more motivated you are, the more you can put timing on your side, and you can ratchet up the strategy to go a whole lot faster. Okay, so it's dependable. It gives you total control. You can control the timing on whether you have a long game plan or a short game plan. And then number 4, it has certain kind of benefits. Do you know what those are called? Tax benefits. Everyone's got to pay the Pied Piper. Everyone's got to pay the goose that lays the golden egg. If you're an American, you got to pay taxes. Yeah, now we can argue all day long about are taxes good or bad, and are we paying too much, and are they legal? But you know what? Listen, I leave that to the politicians. I'll weigh in, but honestly, I'm not going to waste time. I'm going to get to work. I'm going to do what I need to do. And fortunately, you need to understand that at least in America, our entire Constitution has been written to benefit landowners, property owners, which means there are 8 major different tax benefits that you get when you own real estate. Let me just share a few of them. Number 1, depreciation. You can take a property and you can write it off over 27.5 years. So if it is a $100,000 home, take $100,000, divide it by 27.5, and you're roughly somewhere around $3,000 a year. Check out what this means. It means that the first $3,000 that you actually make and put in your pocket from that cute little home, you don't have to pay taxes on it. You get to write that off due to the depreciation. So depreciation is a tax benefit. You can borrow the money tax deferred, which means I could do a refinance and do that. And also just even home-based business. You own real estate, you're a home-based business owner. Now you get to write off the part of your house and the car and your cell phone, and you get to track all sorts of different things that you get to write off. So I have another video that is all about the mega tax benefits of real estate. I just wanted to name a few of them to say, wow, if you make good money and you feel like you're paying too much to taxes, you need to buy some property so you can make more but pay less. Does that make sense? Most people that have money, the smartest thing they can do is actually buy more real estate. Okay, and finally, dependable control timing tax, the 5th. You need to understand something about real estate. Real estate doesn't care whether you're old, doesn't care whether you're young, it doesn't care whether you're smart, or it doesn't care whether you're dumb, it doesn't care whether you have good credit or bad credit, it doesn't care whether you have lots of money or no money. What I love about real estate is that you don't have to be a rocket scientist. I'm business partners with 2 rocket scientists on different projects. They are freaking smart peeps. They are smart. But you know what? Real estate can work for anyone because it doesn't care about your age. Some of you are watching this and you're young. You're teenagers and you're young 20s and you're millennials, and you're asking yourself, man, this is so amazing that Kris did all this. I wish I could do it. I bought my first house when I was 22 and I was late. I wish that I had done it when I was like 17 or 18 years old. Real estate doesn't care. Anyone can work. And the reason why is because real estate, it's not rocket science, which means these are like, honestly, all the math that you need to be really genius in real estate, you learn in 5th grade by then, right? Addition, subtraction, maybe a little division, and multiplication. That's it. That's the math that you need to understand. And then you just need the system. Like once you understand the 10 core principles, foundational principles of real estate, and once you understand a little bit of math, guess what? You can make millions of dollars. The only thing that you really need is confidence. And confidence usually doesn't happen unless you have a mentor or a system. And by the way, you can click the link and get both of those from me. So friends, what we've talked about here, the 5 reasons why real estate is freaking perfect for retirement compared to like pensions that don't exist and annuities and IRAs, 401ks, and all sorts of things that upset me a lot because they are broken and they don't work, is that real estate gives you dependable income that you can control. You can speed it up, slow it down. You get the best tax benefits that have ever existed, at least in this country. And it's simple enough that anyone can do it regardless of your age. So friends, that is crushing it in the game of real estate. And I want to give you an invitation. First of all, I want to thank you for watching the video. You know, my team and I, we put a lot of work into making these. We hope that they are useful for you, that they are helping you succeed. And I want you to understand that if you're getting value, subscribe and like the video, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone. If you know someone that has a retirement struggle, share this video and say, dude, you got to watch this. There's some ideas here that could have a huge impact on the rest of your life. But more importantly, if you feel like it's time for you to actually put a real game plan in place for either retirement or financial freedom, That is something that me and my team are willing to offer you for the price tag of free 99. Free 99. This is free. It doesn't cost any money. I don't want you to be confused. So if you click the link, talk to my team and say, hey, I need a game plan. I've been watching Kris's vids, and he says that you can show me a game plan of how to make $1 million. I don't know how to do that. And let him know. Maybe you have money, maybe you have no money. It doesn't matter. We've got a game plan for everyone. Because when I got started, when I met Ben, and I was 21 years old at the time, I didn't have money, but I did have debt. And I didn't have a lot of time because I was full-time in school. But I decided that I was motivated to make a change in my life. And if that's you, you need to click that link. Talk to my team. Learn your options. Be empowered by them. And then do what makes sense for you in your life. Hey, thanks for watching today. Hope to see you on the next video.